Okay, class. First of all, we are going to discuss on the test attached in previous assignments. Have you got the question, class? Have you got the question?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so
Yes,
this is
madam.
basically how the question will look like. You will be given about 1 hour and 30 minutes, okay, to complete the test. So the test is divided into 3 parts. The first part is on true or false question. There will be 10 questions and you need to answer all. Followed by part B, MCQ, multiple choice question. There are also 10 questions and you need to answer all. Finally, you have a structured question, part C. So you will be given a list of business transaction, a maximum of 15 transaction overall, and you have to answer the following question. First, you have to identify the effects, either increase or decrease, in the following accounting components that are assets, liabilities, owner's equity, revenue, and expenses. And then followed by preparing the journal entry, the debit and credit entry for each of the above business transaction. And the total marks for part C is 30 marks. Overall, you will have 50 marks for test 1. Okay, so let us discuss on the part A and part B. Is very simple. You just have to identify whether the statement is true or false. So we are not going to discuss detail about this, okay? But I'm going to concentrate on this question, part C. So let us look together part C. Hijazi Trading is a popular one-stop center selling merchandise for Umrah and Haji pilgrims. Can you see the question clearly, class? Do I need to zoom in?
Yes, madam.
Okay, this is better. Alright, okay. The owner, Haji Mustafa, has started the business in 2012. The business accounting periods ends on every 31st December each year. Okay, it is very important for you to identify the accounting year ended. So this is the end of the reporting period, which is 31st December each year. Given below are the extract of business transaction for the month of April 2020. So you are going to prepare the transaction for the month of April 2020. So we are going to answer the question one by one in chronologically order. So we start with 3rd April. Haji Mustafa. Who is Haji Mustafa? Haji Mustafa is the owner. He brought cash amounted 50,000 into the business. So the keyword, those highlighted, Haji Mustafa, the owner, brought cash. So what will be the effect, class? The effect is, okay, let us look on the
Asset
effect
increase.
together. Yes, good. Asset increase. So as you can see, okay, I provide the answer together. When the owner brought the cash, cash represent asset. So asset will increase. Okay, and then who brought the asset? Haji Mustafa. Who is Haji Mustafa? The owner. So the owner's equity also increase. Okay, and then at the same time, you have to identify the journal entry. Remember the rules of double entry? Okay, the rule says that whenever asset increase, the account is to be debited. Okay, so what is the name of the account? Cash account. Okay, and the rule states that whenever the owner's equity increase, the account should be credited. So the name of the account will be capital. You put on the credit side. Is that clear, class? Okay, we move to transaction number 2. Okay, we go to transaction number 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then after he has brought cash into the business, he deposited the 10,000 of the cash, okay, which comes from 50,000 just now, into the bank account. So the cash already in the business, but now on the 4th of April, the cash has been transferred to the bank account. So what will be the effect? Increase in asset and decrease in asset. Both asset has effect, increase and decrease. Okay, so asset increase will be debited. What is the account? Bank. Why bank? Because the cash money has been transferred to the bank. So the increase in asset is actually referred to the bank account. And at the same time, your asset also decrease. Why decrease? Because you have transferred the cash. So the account will be credited and the name is cash. Okay, move to 5th April. So on 5th April, what happened? Okay, the business bought 2 cloth cabinet to display the jubah apparel at 6,000 by cash. So the business bought display rack, display cabinet. Display cabinet. Okay, the display cabinet is not for resale class, but it used to display the jubah apparel. Jubah is the product sold by Hijazi Trading. And the cabinet is bought using cash, not by credit. So what will be the effect? Asset increase, asset decrease. So the increase in asset is referring to what? The display cabinet, or you can rename it as furniture. Okay, and the decrease in asset is due to your cash because you pay the cabinet by cash. So you credit your cash account. Okay, next, 7th of April. Purchase Hajj supplies on credit from Al-Quds. Okay, you made another purchase, but this time on credit. Okay, you purchase on credit from Al-Quds worth 10,000. And then you receive a trade discount of 5%. Okay, remember in our chapter 4, we have discussed the difference between the trade and the cash discount, where the trade discount is not to be recorded in the business book. It will be immediately minus from the purchase value. So the purchase value is not 10,000, but instead it will be less because you have a trade discount, and the value of the trade discount is no need to be recorded in the books of the bookkeeping. So what is the effect, class? In this case, you made a purchase and the purchase is by credit. So there will be increase
in expenses and liability.
Very good. There will be increase in the expenses and the liability. So we look together. Yes, okay. The expenses due to what? Due to purchase. Increase in expenses is due to the purchase of the Hajj supplies. So debit purchase. And increase in liability due to the credit purchase from Al-Quds. So you will credit the accounts payable Al-Quds Sdn Bhd. Okay, move to 8th of April. Okay, 8th of April, made a cash sales of Ihram. Ihram is part of the goods trade by the Hijazi Trading, because Ihram is part of the Umrah and Hajj apparel, pakaian. Okay, so it is a cash sale class. It's a cash sales. What does it mean? Increase in?
Asset.
No.
Increase in
No.
revenue.
Yes, good. Should be increase in revenue class because you made a sales. You made a sales. It should be increase in your revenue, and at the same time, you receive cash. You receive cash, so there will be increase in your asset. So increase in asset, increase in revenue because you made the sales on cash. So increase in asset, you will debit cash account, and increase in revenue, you will credit the sales account. Okay, next. On the 9th of April, you pay for rental expense. You pay for rental expenses by check. By check. So what is the effect?
Increase in expenses.
Increase in expenses, very good. And decrease in? Decrease in
Decrease in bank.
asset. Decrease in asset. Why decrease in asset? You made by check. You made the payment by check. So increase in expenses, debit the rental expenses account. Decrease in asset, you credit the bank account. Okay, let's move to 16th of April. Return defect goods to Al-Quds. Who is Al-Quds? Al-Quds is our accounts payable. It's our creditor. We bought from Al-Quds before. Now we want to return the defect goods. Okay, so what is the effect when you return the defect goods to Al-Quds?
Decrease in expenses and liability.
Very good. Decrease in expenses and liability. Because you have returned the goods that you have purchased before. So before this, you increase in your expenses and now the return will decrease your expenses. So decrease in expenses will be debited or credited. Decrease in expenses. Credited. So the account's name is return outward. Another name for return outward is purchase return. So decrease in liability, you have to debit the account. So what is the account to be debited? Account payable Al-Quds. Next, on 17th of April, you sold mini telekung, jubah dress, and hand socks to Humaira Boutique by credit. You made a sales, class. So you have increase in revenue. Okay, but you sold to Humaira Boutique on credit. So you will have a set at the same time. So there will be increase in revenue and increase in asset. Increase in revenue meaning you credit your sales account, and increase in asset meaning you will debit the account receivable Humaira. Okay, next 18th of April, you pay Al-Quds Sendirian Berhad by check for full settlement after receiving a cash discount. Okay, remember Al-Quds is our creditor or accounts payable. We made purchase on 7 April. Now we want to make full settlement. And we also receive a cash discount when we want to make a full settlement. So there will be 3 accounts affected here. First, when you pay Al-Quds by check, you have decrease in your asset and decrease in your liability. And when you receive a cash discount, there will also affect in your expenses account. So your expenses will decrease. Okay, let us look on 18. Okay, decrease in asset. Why decrease in asset? Because you make the payment, right? You make the payment, decrease in asset. So decrease in asset, you credit the bank account. And then you have decrease in liability. Decrease in liability when you make the payment, so your accounts payable will decrease. Debit the account payable. And your expenses is also decreased because you receive discount. So when expenses decrease, you will credit the account and name it as discount received. You see, you have 3 accounts here. Okay, can we move to 21st of April?
Yes, madam.
Okay, on 21st of April, you receive commission. You receive commission amounted 20,000 by check for being a drop sheet of Elite Liu Kurta. So commission is your revenue. When you receive, you have increase in your revenue. Okay, and you receive the commission by check. So at the same time, you have increase in asset. Okay, on 21st, increase in asset, and increase in revenue. Increase in asset, you will debit the bank account, and increase in revenue, you will credit the commission received account. Okay, next on 22nd of April, receive check from Humaira for sales invoice on 17 April. On 17 April, you made sales on credit to Humaira, and now Humaira wants to pay you. Okay, and at the same time, you will give her a cash discount because she wants to make early settlement. So in this case, class is more or less the same as the situation for Al-Quds just now. So here, when you receive check, you will increase in asset, okay? And then Humaira's account, okay, will decrease. And at the same time, your revenue will decrease because you give discount to Humaira. So the effect is increase in asset because you receive money, okay, from Humaira. So debit bank account. Okay, at the same time, your asset decrease because Humaira settle her debt, so credit accounts receivable Humaira. And when you give discount to Humaira, the revenue will decrease. So decrease in revenue, you will debit the account with the name discount allowed. Is that clear, class?
Yeah,
Yes,
madam.
Okay, move to 23rd of April. Haji Mustafa. Who is Haji Mustafa, class? Who is Haji Mustafa?
The owner.
The owner. He took 2 sets of ihram for his personal gift to his son. He took the ihram set for personal gift to his son. So what is the effect here?
Decrease in
Probably.
expenses and owner equity.
Very good. Okay. Since he took, okay, he not sell it to customer, he took it for himself to give to his son. So we will decrease his owner's equity, class. As you can see here, the owner's equity will decrease because he took it for himself. And since he took ihram is part of our stock. So they will also decrease in our expenses because the expenses is decrease due to the owner's action taking for himself. So we cannot claim the expenses belong to business. The expenses is decreased due to the drawing made by the owner. So when you have decrease in owner's equity, you will debit the account. What is the account? Drawings account. And when you decrease your expenses, you will credit the account. And the name of the account is purchases. Okay, hold on, class. Okay. All right. Let's move to the next second last transaction. Okay, this would be very easy. The keyword here, paid salary by check. So when you pay salary, salary is your expenses. What happened to your expenses? Expenses will increase. And when you make the payment by check, therefore your asset will decrease. Increase in expenses and decrease in asset. Increase in expenses, you debit the account. What is the name of the account? Salary. Decrease in asset, you will credit the account. You credit the bank because you pay by check. Last one. Okay, paid utilities by check. Paid utility bills by cash. What is the effect, class? What is utility bill?
Increase in expenses and
Very good.
decrease in asset.
And decrease in asset. Yes, well done. Expenses is your utility bills. Okay, debit the account. And decrease in asset is credit the cash account. So if you manage to answer all, okay, effects and journal entry correctly, you will get 30 ticks mark each. 30 ticks on each of the answer. And we will divide by half. Therefore, you will have 15 marks for effect and 15 marks for the journal entry. Altogether are 30 marks. Okay. Do you have any question to ask between the 3rd April until the 26th of April, class? Do you have any question? Do you have any question?
No.
No,
If
madam.
no, if no,
madam.
let us move to another set of question. On 3rd December 2021. Okay, similar, you will have part A, the true and false question, part B, the MCQ question, and part C. Okay, would you like to try on this question?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so let us try together this question. Given below is the extract of business transaction of Tapa Pharmacy for the month of September 2021. So this is our reporting, the reporting period. Our reporting period is for the month of September 2021. So similar, you are given a set of business transaction, not more than 15 transactions. And then you are required to identify the effects, either increase or decrease of asset, liabilities, owner's equity, income. Income represent revenue class. Income is your revenue and expense. And then you have to show the journal entry, debit or credit for the above transaction. Okay, let us try the first transaction, the 2nd September. The owner, okay, we don't have the name of the owner, but understood the owner brought additional cash of 12,000, okay, and 3,000 refurbished desktop into the business. So the effect is increase in owner's equity and increase in two assets. Why I said two assets? Because we have
Cash
cash.
and refurbished desktop.
Well done. Okay, you get the concept already. So this is how you should present for the solution class. Please take note, you have two assets here. So increase in asset, you have to debit, okay? Debit cash account and debit the desktop or the computer. And increase in owner's equity, you will credit the account, credit capital account. Okay, so we move to the next transaction. On the 5th, you purchase 500 box of COVID-19 travel test kit from Ain Medicare Sdn Bhd. Okay, worth 10 ringgit per box on credit. Okay, so the keyword has been highlighted here. You purchase COVID-19 travel test kit from Ain Medicare on credit. Okay, please take note, okay, you are doing pharmacy business. So, of course, one of your product is the medical product lah. For example, here, COVID-19 travel test kit. So, this stock is bought for resale, not to keep by yourself, but you bought it because you want to sell to customers. So, you buy from your supplier, Ain Medicare, and you bought this travel test kit by credit. So what is the effect, class? Increase in expenses.
Expenses, increase in liability.
Very good. Okay. Increase in expenses. Okay. And liability. So when you increase in expenses, you will debit the purchase account. And when you increase the liability, you will credit the accounts payable Ain Medicare Sdn Bhd. Okay, on 7th of September, a check was received. A check was received from Seri Iskandar Pharmacy for the invoice issued in August 2021. You receive a check from who? From Seri Iskandar. For what? For invoice. What is invoice? Invoice is a bill. It's a bill sent to our customer for purchasing goods on credit. Because when the customer bought goods on credit, we cannot give them receipt because they did not pay yet. Instead, we will give them invoice or known as bill. So in this case, on 7 September, we now receive check for the bill issued in August. So we already made the sale on August to Seri Iskandar by credit, and now Seri Iskandar made the payment. So how should we record this class? There will be increase in what?
Asset. And
Increase in
decrease
asset,
in
very
asset
good.
too.
And
And
decrease in
decrease in asset too.
Yes, well done. Decrease in asset. So asset here increase refer to what? Because we get the money, betul? So increase in asset, debit the bank account. And decrease the asset because the customer has reduced the debt. Okay? Next. 9 of September, you made cash sales. The keyword here, cash sales. So increase in revenue, increase in asset. Increase in revenue, increase in asset. Increase in asset meaning you will debit the money that you receive. You receive in terms of cash, so you debit cash. And increase in revenue or increase in income, also known as revenue, you will credit the account sales. Okay, since the question state using the term income, so we will use income consistently, class. Income and revenue again are the same. Okay, on 12th of September, look at on the 12th, you receive cash for what? For returning faulty pharmaceutical product to Nori Pharma. Okay. You return goods to Nori Pharma and you receive cash. Okay, this is due to what? Because you made purchase by cash previously. Okay, you don't make the purchase by credit. So you made the purchase by cash, but suddenly some of the product found faulty and you return back to Nori Pharma. So in this case, there will be increase in what?
Asset.
Asset, and there will be decrease in what?
Expenses.
Very good.
Expenses.
Okay. Yes. So you get the concept ready? Well done. Increase in asset. Why increase? Because you receive the cash money. Okay. You debit the cash account. And you have decrease in expenses at the same time because you return the goods to Nori Pharma. So decrease in expenses, you will credit the account. What is the name of the account? Return outward, or also known as purchase return. Either one will be accepted, class? Okay, move to the 15.
Madam,
Yes?
sorry for interrupting, but can you please repeat for the answer number 7?
Number 7. Okay, number 7. Okay, I repeat. Okay, let us look. On 7 September, a check of 2,000 was received from Seri Iskandar Pharmacy for the invoice issued in August 2021, which is last month. So now, okay, you receive check. Why you receive the check? Because Seri Iskandar is our customer. How do we know Seri Iskandar is our customer? Because we have give this customer an invoice on August 2021. So you need to know what is the meaning of invoice. Invoice is a bill. Remember, I told you before, when you make purchase, okay, and you make purchase by cash, you will receive receipt, okay, because you made the payment by cash or check. But if you make purchase by credit, jika kita membeli secara hutang, we cannot get receipt because we don't make the payment, betul? So instead, okay, the seller will give us invoice. Dia akan bagi kita invoice atau bill. Similar happen to Seri Iskandar. Seri Iskandar is our customer. Okay, he bought goods from us. How do I know he bought goods from us? Because he received invoice in August 2021. So during August, Seri Iskandar made purchase, tapi purchase by credit. That is why we give them invoice, not receipt. Now, on September, this customer, Seri Iskandar, gave us check. Because stated here, a check was received from Sri Iskandar. So Sri Iskandar give us check, meaning this customer made payment for the invoice on August 2021. So pembelian dia pada August 2021 sekarang tu baru dibayar pada 7 September. Makna kata Sri Iskandar was our accounts receivable on August 2021. So when Sri Iskandar made payment, we received the check. So we will increase our asset because we received the check. Okay. And at the same time, we will decrease our asset. Why decrease? Because Sri Iskandar already made the payment. So their debt is being reduced. That is why we have increased asset because the amount of money we receive and decrease in asset because the payment made by the Sri Iskandar pharmacy. Is that answering your question, class?
Yes, madam. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So can we continue? Where did we stop just now? 15, is it?
Yes.
Okay, on the 15, okay, it's very simple. You receive dividend by check from Bank Rakyat. Okay, dividend is a return on your investment. In this particular transaction, you receive dividend. And you receive the dividend by check. Due to what? Due to your investment in Bank Rakyat. So, the effect is increase in asset. Good. And at the same time, there will be increase in dividend is a type of what, class?
Revenue.
Revenue or income. Very good. So there will be increase in asset and income or revenue. Increase in asset. Okay, sorry, I'm using different color should be. Okay, increase in asset because you receive the money, right? In terms of check, so debit bank. And increase in income because you get the dividend. So you credit the account with dividend received. Okay, move to the 17th of September. You renewed business registration by cash. And this is to be recorded under miscellaneous item, pelbagai. Miscellaneous maksudnya pelbagai. The question now is, how do we record the business registration? What is business registration, class? Is an expenses. Okay, when you do your business, of course, you have to renew your registration from year to year. Similar when you want to continue your semester, right? You have to pay for your registration for every semester, right? It is your expenses. So this business, they have to renew their registration, and the registration is made by cash, and it is stated that these expenses is to be recorded under miscellaneous items. So what is the effect, class? Increase in expenses and decrease in asset. So on 17, there will be increase in your expenses because business registration is part of your cost, and these expenses is to be recorded on the debit side. The name of the account is miscellaneous expenses, belanja pelbagai. And at the same time, your asset decrease because you make payment by cash. So credit the cash account. Okay, move to 20th. Purchase disposable face masks from Himaya distributors by cash. Disposable face mask is part of your stocks, because you are running a pharmacy business. So of course, face mask is one of your product. Selling product, I mean. So the keyword here, purchase disposable face mask from Himaya distributors by cash. So increase in what, class? Expenses and decrease in your asset. Okay, why increase expenses? Because you buy the stock. So Increase expenses, debit purchase account, and decrease in asset, credit the cash account because you made the payment by cash. Next, on the 22nd of September, the keyword here is purchase 2 display cabinet from Baldwin Furniture. Okay. And furthermore, you issued deposit 1,000 by cash and the balance is to be paid on next month. Okay, I think we have discussed this type of transaction before. There will be 3 effects here. First, increase in your asset. Why asset? Because display cabinet is not bought for resale. You bought for your business use. So increase in asset. And when you make deposit by cash, you will have decrease in asset. And when you still have balance to be paid, meaning you have increase in liability because the display cabinet is still on debt. So here is the effect. Increase in asset, meaning debit the asset account. So you debit the display rack, or you can also name it as furniture. Okay, you credit asset because you make deposit, so you credit cash. And you increase liability, so you credit Baldwin Furniture. Okay, this is your creditor because the display rack is still on debt. Okay, you only make part of the payment. Okay, on 25th of September, the keyword here, made credit sales to Banda U Pharma. You made sales but on credit. So increase in revenue and increase in
Asset.
asset. Very good. Increase in revenue, or known as income. Okay, and increase in asset. Okay, so increase in income, credit sales account. Increase in asset, debit Banda U Pharma account. Okay, move to 26th of September. You pay Ain Medicare. Who is Ain? Do we have Ain before this? Yep. On 5th September, we made purchase 500 box of COVID-19 travel test kit on credit from Ain. And now we want to make the payment, class. We want to make the payment. So we pay Ain Medicare for the invoice received on 5th September 2021 by check. So you will record what? Increase or decrease in asset?
Decrease.
Decrease in asset
Decrease in
because you made the
liability.
payment. And decrease in
Liability.
Very good. So there will be decrease in both asset and liability. Decrease in liability, you debit the account payable, Ain Medicare. Decrease in asset, you will credit the bank account. Okay, move to 28th of September. Return defects good. You return defects good. Oh, no, not. Return of defects good from Banda U Pharma. You receive the defect goods. Your customer returns the goods to you. Okay, so Banda U Pharma is our accounts receivable. Okay, this business bought goods from us before. Now they return the defects good to us. So how do we record this? Before this, he bought goods on credit. So when this business return the good, we shall decrease its account. So there will be decrease in asset, and at the same time, there will be decrease in revenue. Okay, so there will be decrease in asset and revenue or income. Okay, class. So decrease in income, you will debit the account. The name of the account is return inwards or sales return. Decrease in asset, you will credit the account receivable Banda U Pharma. Okay, move to the second last. Paid utility bills by cash. The keyword here, paid the bills by cash. So what does it mean? there will be increase in expenses and decrease in asset. Are you agree with me, class?
Yes,
Yes,
madam.
Yes, madam.
Yes. So let us look. Increase in expenses because you have utility bills, so debit the utility bills. Okay, decrease in asset because you made the payment by cash. Okay, let's move to the other one. Okay, let me. Last one. The keyword here, the owner took hand sanitizers from the pharmacy as a lucky draw for what? For her personal donation. Okay, he wants to make donation for the lucky draw gift. Instead using his own money, he took hand sanitizers belong to the pharmacy. So how do we record this, class?
Expenses decrease, capital decrease.
Expenses decrease.
And owner's equity decrease. So there will be decrease in the expenses, okay, because you made drawing from the business stocks, okay, so debit drawing, and decrease in owner's equity. So you will, decrease in expenses, you will credit the purchase account, and decrease in owner's equity, you will debit the drawing account. So if you can answer all questions correctly, both effect and journal entry, you will get 30 ticks, and overall marks are 30 marks for part C. Okay, class. We will stop the discussion on this question.